All right. Hey, this is Sid Owsley from the Determination Determines Destination podcast, the 3Ds to Success, where we share stories of people who use determination determines destination to overcome obstacles and challenges in their life. And today I have Mr. Michael Overdeliver Baptiste. All right. Michael is an innovative life and business coach. He is also an innovative product creator. Michael got his start back in 2010 as a in junior college when Michael discovered that he could sell affiliate products online and earn an income. That led to an obsessive journey into the world of digital marketing and a major breakthrough when Michael landed his first high ticket client, a luxury automobile dealer. Michael accomplished all of this prior to being the first Afro Caribbean American male in his family to graduate from Florida Memorial University with his bachelor's degree in business administration. Welcome, Michael. How are you today?
Oh, Sid, first off, I'm alive, I'm grateful, and I'm excellent. Thank you for having me on the show. How about yourself? How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, and it's great having you on. I appreciate you taking out the time to be on the show. I know that you're busy, and you're in a time zone 12 hours ahead of us. You're in Thailand, so like I said, I really appreciate you hanging out with me today.
Oh, absolutely, man. The pleasure is mine. I'm grateful to be here. It is an honor to be on the show.
So, Michael, tell us about how you use what I call the 3Ds to success. Determination determines destination to overcome obstacles and challenges in your life and to arrive at where you're at now.
Absolutely. So the first thing I'll begin with is my story because this is who I am and this is my truth. You see, I grew up in South Miami to a single mom, a teenage mom, while my father was in prison. So for me, growing up in my environment, all I saw was negative. I saw violence. There was gangs, it was drugs, it was crackheads. It was all of that, in the neighborhood I came from. So for me, being a part of that and seeing that made me say, man, this sucks. There's got to be something else. There's got to be more to life. Because I would go to school and I would read books, and these books would send me on journeys, magical journeys, like where I would envision myself as this character. And I realized, wow, like this is great. There's got to be more to life. And so for me, through the process of reading books and meeting friends at school, I said, man, I want more because I'm seeing more. Other people are experiencing more. I want more. So because I grew up in that situation, it inspired me to want to become an entrepreneur, to make it for myself, and to want to be successful, and to actually be like the as a quote goes, and I may be messing this up, but I wanted to be the captain of my soul. I wanted to be the master of my fate, the master of my destiny. I wanted to be in control of where my life was going, because there was no control. And so for me, that is the thing that actually sparked me to say, hey, I want to make it. I want to do something different with my life. And that's a part of what helped me become very determined to actually succeed in the ways that I've been able to succeed.
All right, man. Your story and your journey is so inspiring to come out of that environment and to not just survive, but to thrive. You know, uh, the environment of South Miami, like you said, it can be rough. I've heard a lot about it. If you're old enough, you remember seeing stuff like Miami Vice. yeah, yeah. Uh, and that gave people not from that area a little taste of what is down there. South Miami, that's where what they call Overtown and stuff like that. That's
yeah. So Overtown is maybe about 10 minutes. Yeah, it's about a 10-minute drive north of South Miami. I used to live in Overtown as well. Overtown is probably, yeah, that's probably the place where I'm like, don't, nah. It does have its violence, but also it does have its beauty and in the people. Like there's people in that community, man, that are absolutely beautiful. It's just unfortunate that it is overrun with violence and all types of crime. It's very unfortunate, but there's a lot of beautiful people, a lot of beautiful souls, a lot of hidden talent, a lot of diamonds in the rough in Overtown, as well as South Miami. There's tons of talent nobody knows about, and it's deeper reasons why nobody knows about that talent. But yeah, Overtown is also part of my stomping grounds.
Okay. And it's great that you mentioned that even in the midst of that situation, because mostly it's an economic situation that causes the other situations, that even in the midst of that there are beautiful people and beautiful situations. And we don't hear about those things. We don't get that on the news. The people that are unique and creative and loving in that environment, and they're in that, then they do that despite the environment around them. So thank you for reminding us that just because an environment, a place has you know a depressed economic situation and violence and things like that, that there are still beautiful people and beautiful situations that come out of that.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, it's absolutely true. And I think it's important for that to be known for people who may not come from that. Maybe you come from a nice situation, a nice environment, and you see people in those environments, and we tend to judge those type of people. But one of the things that I know in life is that you can learn something from everybody. Everybody is your teacher in one way or another, depending on how you perceive the information they share. And when I go into environments like that and I see the people that maybe they don't have the same type of resources or economics in place, I look beyond, what the environment has caused them to be. And I do my best to look deeper into the person, deeper into their actions. And I look at, hey, look, like, what do you have to offer the world? What talents you got? What value are you sitting on that you're not sharing with the world, not able to share with the world? So yeah, it's 100% true, man. There's tons of hidden gems and communities like that.
Yeah, that's good. And you're one of those people, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell us, coming out of that environment, where your journey, goes from that. How you were able to uh, come out of the environment and arrive at where you're at now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I didn't get to that part of the story. I wanted to keep it brief because my story sometimes it's a little long, but it's really worth it. If you never heard my story before, it is one of those stories that it may leave you inspired today. So just to keep going, growing up in that environment, grew up in the inner city, South Miami, mom, single mom, teenage mom, father was in prison. So all of that was happening. And I actually earned a basketball scholarship because I thought the only way I could be successful as a black man in America was playing sports, being some form of an entertainer, or like being some form of a criminal, because that's like those are the only ways black men are portrayed in most media in America, which is a whole nother problem. But we won't go down that rabbit hole right now.
Yeah.
I said, all right, if crime is not working out for me, I'm not gonna do crime. All right, you know what? I try to be a rapper. It's not working out. Let me do something else. And then I went for basketball, and basketball worked out. I actually earned a basketball scholarship, and I went to a school, but the coach there started yelling. He flipped the script. It was like a used car salesman. He just wasn't like, he sold me on something that wasn't true when I got there. Okay. And I didn't like the experience. I started to fall into a depression. It was a silent depression, and it got worse and it got worse. And eventually I ended up getting hurt, and I had my first knee surgery. A couple months later, I got hurt. I re-injured the same knee worse, and I had to get another surgery where I was supposed to sit out for a year this time. And I just was like, no, I want to get back on the court. And so after my second knee surgery, that's when everything crumbled. Like, everything went to the darkest place in my life. I fell into a depression. My depression got worse, and I started looking for ways out of life, to be honest with you. And I honestly, I lost my scholarship. I dropped out of college. I lost my scholarship. I went back to the hood, back to South Miami, and I said, Mike, what am I gonna do now with my life? It was one of the toughest moments of my life, man. It literally was my dark night of the soul, where I was depressed, I was sad, I was lonely. I felt like a disgrace to my family. I felt like a loser. I was ashamed. I felt guilty. It was terrible. It was one of the worst moments of my entire life, to work hard to get a dream, to make a dream real, and then that dream goes to die as you're pursuing that dream. It was the worst. And so when I came out of that second knee surgery, I looked up, and my mom was there, and I could tell she just got done crying tears. And I remember that was the moment where it started, because my soul broke. When I saw that, my soul literally broke. And then the other thing was my heart broke as well, realizing that my mom dreamed I was going to make it to the NBA. She saw me injured. She realized my son's probably not going to make it to the NBA anymore, and I saw her cry tears, and it was a very difficult moment. But while I was there in that depression, there was a voice that came to me. It was like, Mike, don't give up. Like, don't die. Don't quit. Like, you got a message inside of you. Don't die with it. Don't die with these dreams inside of you. And I said, okay, God, don't know. I don't know where that came from, but sure. Let me get back on my feet and let me do something else. And then I started coaching little kids in basketball, and that inspired me. I felt so alive and fulfilled coaching and inspiring and motivating others. And that's where I realized this is what I want to do. I want to coach others. I want to help others. I want to improve the lives of other people with the knowledge and wisdom I've developed from my experiences. But I knew I didn't want to be screaming at kids outside all day. I wanted a more automated way to transform lives. So I got back into school at Florida Memorial University. I knew basketball wasn't going to be the way for me. And then I discovered digital marketing, and my whole life changed. I'm talking about everything changed. The way I saw making money change, the way I saw success change. And in that moment, I made two decisions in college. I said, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life until I'm as successful as I want to be. And number two, I'm going to share this with as many people around the world that I can. If they are in a situation like I was, where they don't know how they're going to make more money, I'm going to share this with them, and I'm going to help them too. And that was the decision I made back in 2010. And fast forward, what happened on that journey from then to now? Well, from then to now, I did a seminar at my college teaching other students how I was earning income as a college student. About 100 students showed up to my first seminar, which was awesome. It was great.
Yeah, that's great.
After that seminar, people started hiring me. They started working with me. And one of these students had an idea called Banana Wave Bananamilk. And I was like, banana milk, bro. That's huge. Like, that's going to be big. That's going to blow up. I'm in to help. Let me know what we can do. So after that, we started negotiating. And, through the many books I read in college about negotiations and business and whatnot, I began to use these skills, and I actually negotiated and walked away with an ownership stake in the startup project. From there, things actually accelerated very quickly. We went on to raise capital from investors. And within a short amount of time, we raised over $750,000 from investors. And we took that money, that seed capital, used it to invest in our first 5,000 cases of commercial product. In 2016, we launched into the commercial market. One of our first big, high ticket clients or mega ticket clients, if you will, was Whole Foods grocery store. And then the next bigger ticket client was Walmart. And we actually secured both of those companies in 2016. And, from there, the product has just been accelerating in growth. Now, I want to be clear because a lot of people confuse this. I'm not the CEO. I'm not the president of Banana Wave. I was just somebody on the team, and I help with marketing, business development, brand development, and like I said, marketing consulting. So once we had that success going, people saw what I was doing. They took notice, and they started to reach out and say, hey, man, I see what you're doing. Can you help me create my products? Can you help me create a course? Can you help me do this and that? Hey, I got a recipe. Can you help me get my recipe out there? So I said, okay, sure. Let me start coaching people. And my very first client that I coached, it took him about 2.5 months to launch his first product. But after he launched, he made about $4,000 in sales in 4 days. Wow. For me, I was like, I never made $4,000 in 4 days when I first got started. This is amazing. My students are getting results. Mike, I think I got something here. So then I tested with more people, and the results got even crazier. I'm talking about like one person made $5,000 in 14 days. Another person made $4,000 in 7 days. And like the results just started coming in, and it was like, wow, it's incredible. I got it. I figured it out. This is now officially high ticket freedom. And boom, that's when high ticket freedom was born after, so many success stories of our initial beta testing with clients. And we've literally been using this program to transform lives since 2015, literally across 12 countries around the world. Wow. So with my success, I actually picked up and I started traveling the world because this was one of my dreams. And with that, I landed in Thailand and I went to a basketball gym just for fun, to play with friends and cross them up. And man, out of nowhere, a guy walks up to me after the game. He was a manager at the gym, and he starts blazing me with questions. Hey, who are you? Where you from? Where'd you play at? What position did you play for? Did you play for any teams professionally? Have you ever played in Asia? And I'm like, dude, what is this, man? Like, I thought we was just gonna shake hands and say hi. Like, I'm getting a full-on interview. And so he's like, well, look, man, you ever thought about playing basketball for money? And I was like, bing, like light bulb came on. I was like, wait. Are you telling me my dream died in the hospital bed, and then I pursued another dream, and in pursuit of another dream, the old dream came back in a way that I couldn't even expect it, and it came through better. Because what happened for me is that I started playing in a couple tournaments in Asia, and the very first tournament we won a championship, and I won the most valuable player award. And the next day, my face was in the newspaper in Thailand. I could not, I didn't even know. And even there was a sports. They have like Sports Center out here, but their own version. And there was a clip of me dunking on the local TV, and I was like, "How about that? Interesting." Fast forward. Man, a couple months later, I get a phone call like, hey, look, man, you just got drafted. Get ready, pack your bags. You getting shipped out. And I'm like, okay, I'll see you next week for the plane. I'll see you. And it was just like, wow, I couldn't believe it. And in 2019, I actually competed in the Thailand Professional Basketball League. And I finished the league top 10 in every category, one of the leaders in the league. I became a national star for basketball in Thailand, and literally became I was the number one scorer, the leading number one scorer, the leading number one rebounder at the same time in the beginning of the league. And that literally put me on national media, I guess, awareness, if you will. And that happened. So that is a little bit about my story. I hope it wasn't too long, but that's just a little bit about what has led me here. And that's how I've used determination to create my own destination. But guess what? That determination and going towards my destiny, it brought back the dreams that I dreamed before. And it brought those dreams to the forefront where I've been able to turn those dreams into memories. So that's a little bit about my story.
Hey, man, that's an awesome story, man. That is an awesome story.
Thank you.
And, I like the part where you mentioned that your original dream that you thought had died came back in a way you could never, ever have imagined. And it came back on a whole nother level.
It did. Yeah.
It just shows that you could never completely let a dream die. And the beginning of that, it sounds like when you answered the call and said, when you said God, something inside you said, don't let your dreams die. And you pursued digital marketing. You answered that call, and by answering that call, it helped you to realize your original dream just by answering that call. Because what if you had just ignored that? Just ignored what that message that came to you. What if you had ignored that?
Man, if I had ignored that message, man, to be honest with you, I probably would not be alive. With how dark and how depressed I was feeling, and not even knowing that I was suffering from poor mental health because of my environment, the experience I had at college. My college coach, he was very verbally abusive, curse you out, curse about your family. He would curse about my city. You know what I mean? So there was verbal abuse from the college coach, which led to, emotions being out of whack, and I didn't even know it, but that actually was one of the things that that was an ingredient in the cause of the depression. Of course, it was me, but that was one of the things in my environment that just sent my mental health to just tanking, for the first time in my life. Never been depressed, but that led me there. And honestly, man, if I didn't listen to that voice, I don't even know if I would be alive, because I didn't share this with my family. I don't share this with them because not everybody can understand. But truth is, yeah, man, I just was in a position that it was just a dark place that I'd never been in, and I didn't know how to ask anybody or talk to anybody about it, because I didn't even know what I was going through. It was just like, man, why am I alive? Every day felt like, why am I alive? I shouldn't be alive today. And had I not listened to that voice, I don't know where I would be. I don't know where I would be, honestly.
Well, man, your story epitomizes the 3Ds of success, man. Determination, determines destination. And I'm glad that you answered that call. And so tell us more about where you're at now, the digital marketing side, the things that you're doing. And full disclosure, I am one of Michael's students, and one of the big reasons that I became one of Michael's students is because of the story that he just told. His journey inspired me to pursue my dream, to keep going, because anybody that pursues a dream knows that you're going to go through ups and downs. And Michael's story helped me to say, okay, man, this guy, he's gone through a lot and he has made it. And what he's showing you that he's doing on the technical side and what he's been through to get here, let's roll with him. And I have no regrets. I'm OBA for life.
Oh man, thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. That means, you have no idea how much that means to me, man, because everything I do is from the heart. Everything I do is from my core. And everything I do is with the intention to make the situation better for the other person who's about to walk down the path. Like that's what I'm all about, man. Go down, go chop the tree, go chop down the bushes, create a path. And then rather than just going back down a path to help people, no, I'm going to hang up the lights. I'm going to hang up lights. I'm going to put up little GPS signs. I'm going to put up road maps. I'm going to put it all up. So when a person has to go down this path they haven't gone down before, not only is all of the directions there, but I go back to the start and I grab their hand and I say, come on, let's walk. No, don't go this way. No, just keep walking with me. Let's go. We got to keep going. We got to keep pushing forward. Let's go. So yeah, that's from me and seeing the problems in the market. That's what I'm putting out there, man. That's what we're working on, co-creating, and it's only the beginning of it, and it's big vision for where this is going. But that's just a little comment. And your question was just tell people a little bit more about what we're doing at OBA, correct? Or the marketing side of things?
Yeah, the things you're doing with OBA and the other programs you got going on, so that they can see what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we primarily have one core brand that we've been working on building. It's called High Ticket Freedom. And so on High Ticket Freedom, because I believe everybody has a superpower, what I do is I help people go inside of themselves to discover what is their superpower internally. And then once we figure out what it is, we bring it out and we say, all right, time to package it into a product or into multiple products for your brand. And then we go out there and I share with my clients how to actually take that packaged product or those services and actually get paid to share them with people around the world so they can create their own movement. And we literally have people that are creating movements. They're starting from zero. They're starting from scratch and they're growing them to, hundreds of people, thousands of people, literally teaching people how to monetize their superpowers and their expertise and their story within. That's what we've been doing at High Ticket Freedom. And we literally have been helping people across, like I said, 12 countries. And I mention that because I'm international myself, and I believe that we all are, we all share this earth together. So a part of making the world and improving the world is going worldwide with what I do. And yeah, that's a little bit about what we do inside of High Ticket Freedom. We mainly work with people that are experts, maybe even consultants or coaches or trainers who want to learn how to package their knowledge and expertise into their own premium price high ticket programs. And then we have another program, which is more. This one's more new, and this one has been created from a place of a higher level of consciousness, and also tons of love, tons of compassion for what's happening in the market. COVID hit; it brought out a lot of truth. And honestly, I've been in this industry for many, many years. I've seen a lot of products. I've bought a lot of products. I still buy products. I got multiple coaches right now. I have 2 coaches right now. Actually getting ready to maybe hire a 3rd coach for another area of my life that I want coaching for. So I believe in the power of coaching, but I share that because after looking at all of the issues that were happening, I realized it's because marketers and coaches, they're only giving out bits and pieces of information. They're not giving the whole thing out because they want you to, once you buy this, then you got to buy this one, then you got to buy this one, then you got to buy this, then you got to have this. Okay, I get it. There's nothing wrong with it. The model works. But what about the people? What about the people who believe if they invest their, this amount that they're going to get everything they need, and then only to be told inside, hey, you got to get this other program in order for this to actually work, because that's what. Yeah. So what I decided to do is I decided to take all of my knowledge from digital products, digital marketing, online consulting, online coaching, all of these things I've done over the years, of many clients I work with. And I've taken the experience of what we did to package Banana Wave Bananamilk into a physical product that can sit on a shelf at commercial scale and sell in any store around the country and around the world, right? I took what we were doing in both sides of those businesses and decided to merge them together. But then I realized there was another gap, the mindset piece. People are not getting the right mindset to go out there and compete in the market and actually win in the market. Well, being that I was a professional basketball player and I actually, was one of the top professional basketball players in an entire country, I took the mindset that I use as an athlete and I began to integrate that into a way for the average individual to use these principles, to use these things, to apply them into their life, so that way they can begin to transform their mindset and use that, that athlete's mindset to get the results they're after. And because of the fact that a lot of people are experiencing depression, a lot of people are experiencing, all types of negative emotions because of the lockdowns and the vid and all these things that are happening. Mm-hmm. I decided to do something like totally left field, just putting myself out there, putting everything I've been building at risk. We're going in this direction of helping people to elevate their consciousness, helping people to go into their spirit, irrespective of whatever person believes, because I respect everybody's belief, but the spirit that powers our body, we're not taught how to use this spirit. We're not taught how to use the breath. We're not taught how to use these things, right? How to activate our energy sensors within our core and all throughout our body. We're not taught how to use these things to help us succeed. And because I've had great mentors, I've had great coaches come into my life and teach me different things, I decided to take all of these things I've learned about consciousness and finally start to share with people after 12 years of using, these secrets for myself successfully. And this is the first time anybody's doing anything like this, packaging the digital, the retail, the mindset, as well as the consciousness aspects into one platform. And so that's what we have in OBA. And so this program is called the Online Business Activator. This is great for a person who's looking to just monetize, their ideas or their story, or maybe a recipe at home, or maybe any type of product, right? Any type of retail or digital product. Is literally giving the entire blueprint, all of it, the whole game, all of it. It's going to upset a lot of other marketers, but I don't care, man. Like I care more about the people being able to get results with the information. And so with this platform, I mean, Sid, I'm sure you can agree and attest to this, but we have over 60% of our current students that have already made their money back from our program, and they're making money. And we have several other students that are getting, momentum in their businesses. And it's incredible to witness. And honestly, I have never seen a program where, from the way things are looking, it's actually looking like 100% of our students are going to be able to get results. And Sid, I'm sure that, you are, hey, we're here right now on your show, and there's been other guests on your show from our community, and you see them actually getting results. And, I know you're up next to get results. I already know it's just a matter of time, and you will be thriving. I'm speaking it. I'm claiming it. You will be thriving. The 3Ds to success is absolutely going to be a thriving brand. It is a thriving brand, and it's emerging into a greater space. So I just wanted to just speak that life into it. But yeah, what we're doing with Online Business Activator, we also have an incredible community. We do a lot of collaborations within the community, and it's just a lot of greatness that's happening. And we're just doing our best to help people actually succeed in multiple areas of their life. So that's our other program. It's called the Online Business Activator. There's nothing like it on the internet. I'm telling you straight up, because I don't know anybody else who launched digital products at low ticket, high ticket levels, who got a physical product, who actually invented a new product category in the mass market retail space, and is actually teaching those secrets. I don't know anybody who's teaching, how to use the athlete's mindset to transform your life and business. I don't know anybody teaching those things, because nobody's walked my experience and nobody has, my story. So this is something that's innovative. and we're just going to grow it, man. We're just going to help more people transform their lives with it. So that's a little bit about what we're doing. And we offer, eBooks, free trainings. We actually have a free challenge coming up later tonight. We got a lot of things that we offer, and we're just doing our best to actually make a difference in this world.
And you definitely are making a difference, Michael, because I can attest to everything that you're saying. Just the mindset module alone, you could make money off of that by itself. Just the module that you go over for mindset, that's part of this total online business activator course. You could make money off of that by itself. And I want everybody to know that what Michael is saying about the mindset piece is very important, and he's correct, at least from what I've seen, that there are very few marketers that go over that piece, especially to the extent that Michael goes over it. He gives you a lot of tools to help you get into the correct mindset, mentally and spiritually, regardless of religion, regardless of belief. He gives you tools to help you really go into that mindset of success, along with the technical tools. And Michael gives more of the game on the technical side than most marketers that I've seen. He gives you the total package in his online business activator. That's why I'm such an advocate of it, because I've seen myself that Michael really, really cares about his students. He really cares about seeing you get results. And so that's why I have him on this show, to share his story, to share his journey, and to share what he's doing in the online community, because what he is sharing with everyone, with his students, is very, very valuable.
Thank you, Sid. Thank you for saying that, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're very welcome, man. Hey, like I said, OBA for life, man. I'm on it, and I'm very appreciative of having met you. And I'll shout out for Patiba, because I know Patiba is watching. I know, still in somewhere. I met Michael through Patiba. Thank you, and yeah, man, the journey has been great and will continue to be great. And as we wrap up the show, please tell everybody how they can get in contact with you and partake in what you have to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing I'll say is that if you're watching this show or you're listening to this show, wherever you're tuning at, the first thing, if you want to get in touch with me, I would recommend sending me an email. And you can email me at info@highticketfreedom.com. Again, that is info@highticketfreedom.com. Again, info@highticketfreedom.com. When you send an email, please let me know that you heard me on the 3Ds to Success show. Please let me know that you were introduced to me through Sid's show. Please let me know that, just because I like to, I just like to know, where you heard about me from. So if you send out that direct email, please just include that you heard me on Sid's podcast. The other thing is that if you want to take a look at what we do on our site, you can visit highticketfreedom.com. I'm sure that Sid will actually have those links provided below the show. If you are on social media and you like to follow what we're doing with our High Ticket Freedom program and our brand there, you can literally go at High Ticket Freedom. Look for us. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, even Pinterest. Pinterest, you can check us out there. And if you are on Facebook and you're just hanging out and you're like, you know what, man, this guy sounds cool, I want to hang out and see what he's talking about, search us. We have a free Facebook group. It's called the High Ticket Society. The High Ticket Society. We have tons of professionals in there, tons of people that are, just getting started, brand new beginners. Some people are doing 5 figures, 6 figures. We even got a couple 7-figure entrepreneurs, a few 8 figures, and there's even one buddy of mine. He is a 9-figure salesman. And so we got some great people in the community. You can come hang out for free. We give out tons of, just so much free, game and wisdom. You can come check us out there at the High Ticket Society. And if you're like, look, dude, I heard enough. I want to get into this online business activator. If that's the case, so we have a couple different ways you can go about it. The first way is if you go to highticketfreedom.com and click the solutions tab, and all you got to do is scroll down, look at the solutions we offer, click the Online Business Activator and you can get started that way. And the other way is just visiting onlinebusinessactivator.com. And then through there, you will be able to sign up for the free training and learn more about how we can help you with the Online Business Activator.
All right. Online Business Activator. That's what Activator, right? .com. Mention.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So while Sid is doing that, ladies and gentlemen, I also want to say, if you are serious, then this is something that we absolutely put everything into. We put a lot of resources into it. We have some big plans for the future of how we're going to be helping and contributing to members. I am actually putting myself on the line with this program. And what do I mean by that? Well, I'm, one of the things, and Sid, I didn't mention this to you, but I'm just going to say it. One of the things for all of the students that actually succeed, they make some money, they get results with us. We're going to be doing interviews and promoting them. So I have an audience all over the world. We're going to be promoting all of our student success stories to our audience. So that's something else that we're doing as a way to help others who help themselves. So those who sign up, help themselves by taking action on the information and get the results. We're going to promote you like literally all over the world. And we got an audience of people that actually, invest and pay for products we promote. So that means that, our students are going to be able to get some of that free promotion from the audience I've been working on building for years. And there's few people that do things like this. I know Les Brown is starting to do something like this, and he's one of the greats. He's one of my mentors as well. To be great, you got to look at what the great do, right? And do what the great do or do better. So that's just something that I'm doing as well to help people get greater results, is by once they are getting results, promote them and tell my audiences about them, because that's what I believe success is about. It's a village. It takes a village to succeed. And when everybody's helping each other in like a village format, everybody thrives. I didn't say succeed. I say everybody thrives. Yeah. And so that's what I'm all about, is putting people in a position to thrive, because the world, people need it. The market is in dire need of people stepping up and actually caring about others. So just wanted to share that as Sid was entering in that information.
And the URL for High Ticket Freedom is it highticketfreedom.com?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. highticketfreedom.com.
All right, Michael, man, it was great having you on. Glad we could make the scheduling work. And I want to tell everybody, I had Michael scheduled for an earlier time for it was last week, and I had to cancel. And Michael, being a true athlete, just making sure that he has the correct number that he plays under, he asked me to keep because I had him as episode 44, which this is actually technically episode 49, but Michael asked me to keep him as number 44, his number that he's playing under for this episode as a true athlete. So I kept it as episode 44.
Thank you, Sid. Hey, man. Hey, brother, I appreciate that love, man. I appreciate that. It means a lot. And it means a lot to come on your show and share some value with your audience. Thank you.
Hey, man. Thank you for being on. This is Sid Owsley from the Determination Determines Destination podcast, where we share stories of people who use the 3 Ds to success. Determination determines destination, overcome obstacles and challenges in their life. Check out my website, sidowsley.com, to pick up a free gift about your goals and values. Also, check out the YouTube channel, The 3 Ds to Success. Subscribe, like, and share, and comment. This is Sid Owsley. I'm out. Have a great day.